AnthemTV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
With Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
This right here to give away today. Giveaway Monday. Giveaway Monday. Right here. These two slates. These are two coasters. Happy Monday, everybody. If you're watching this thing live, which most of you don't, but if you are, hello. Welcome in here. It is Taylor. It is Rudy. It is in the building, Holmes. It is show number 305 under my watch, and Rudy's watching. The new kid, the audio disseminator, Jose Bouquet, here in the Texas Cheer Studios at Pub Sports Radio in Southtown, Texas. And we're going to give away not one, but two things today.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna get right to it, baby. Hell yeah, right out of the gate. You got your play-by-play chops ready. And so we're going to give away two coasters today. So first and second place are going to win. And in the building, cool slate, rustic coaster, a nice glass of bourbon would look kick-ass on this thing, but you can put whatever you want to on there. So without further ado, I turn it over to the lead horse race caller of In the Building, Rudy J.
It is a fine Monday morning here at Pub Sports Track. 86 degrees. Slight left to right wind. The last time Taguilar was in this race, it was a left to right wind. He won. We'll be talking about him a little bit later on and what he received this weekend. Brian the Half Mexican Whitener is back in. And, of course, Mr. John Fox on Pink Thickness. Watch for him in the last lane. Isaac III, who donates $20 every damn day. It seems like I hope he wins.
My man.
I'm kidding. If Taguilar wins again, we're gonna call some bull crap.
Well, they got
Ruben Vajegas is up in here as well.
So for those you're just watching, these guys that are in this race, they donated money on Friday. That's why they're in this race. We're here we want to give back to the community. Give you something for your contribution. It's like the circle of life, Rudy. You know how the lion eats the zebra, but then when the zebra dies, he turns to grass. And who eats the grass? The zebras do. Oh, the lions turn to grass. I said that wrong.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Sorry, I blew them out.
It's all good.
The lions eat the zebra, but when the lions die, they turn to grass, and the zebra eat the grass. So it's a circle of life. A little less violent for the zebras, but nonetheless, these people gave money. We're going to give away the first and second place today. All right, without further ado, here we go. This is exciting.
Here we go. Hopefully they're running faster, and they are off to a much quicker start. And as we talked about in the pre-show, Isaac III out to an early lead. Those $20 donations are starting to pay off. It is not rigged, but if you donate more, you have a chance to win. Ellis Right Out and Rudy Vajegas are really off to a slow start. It's going to be tough for them to catch up here with only 39 seconds left to go in this race.
Yeah.
John Fox, Mr. Pink Thickness, and the black man on a horse. He is out to a good start. Go, brother, go.
They've got
go, brother, go.
Jockeys.
Go, brother, go. And another black man making a late push in Aaron Knooper with the pink mask. Xavier Barras.
This is dramatic.
Oh, and Isaac III making a late push. No, Keto Jar holding late, but I know these races. Somebody will come out of nowhere with 5 seconds left to win this race.
Keto Jar, he's going Bryson to Sam Blow.
He hit the turbo too soon. Taguilar trying to take another win.
No, don't fucking tell me. God dang it.
Taguilar, it looks like he's giving himself a nice rub out, but he's won again.
Are you serious? Who took second? Ruben?
Ruben got second after a slow start. John Fox third. Brian the Half Mexican Whitener. Isaac the third, Ken Stokes round out the top 6.
Wow.
7th through 12th, get your shine box.
Wow.
What a race.
So Tagular wins. Put that back up. Ruben Villegas places. And Brian shows. And Keto Jar, who had a lead, just quadruple bogeyed on 15.
Well, you remember in Fast and the Furious, you hit the turbo too soon, and Vince come and get you late. He hit Keto Jar hit his turbo too soon.
Tagular and Ruben
Tagular can't win again.
Dang it, come on, man. Hey, that was fair and square. You're not rigging this, right, Bouquet?
Yeah, me and Tagular have a deal under the table where I just rig it for him.
Like, these coasters are just too much.
So last week my brother won something, and then this week Tagular wins again. So Tagular 38-16.
Thank y'all for participating.
A few weeks ago, we've been trying to hook up for the last 3 weeks. So Tagular didn't technically win 2 weeks in a row. He won an original race, the one we did like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He won that cool skateboard that had all the Spurs.
You met up with him this weekend, didn't you?
On Saturday. I met him at a bar, and I gave him his skateboard. And we took a picture and everything. So I got to meet up with him again. You just won yourself a really cool in-the-building coaster, as did Ruben Villegas. He also won himself a
Ruben
cool
said
coaster.
Give them both to Tagular.
Is that what he said? You serious, Ruben?
Ruben said.
I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Fair and square. No. I got to get these sumbitches off my hands.
He said, give them both to Tagular. Ruben said he don't want our stinking coasters.
That's ungrateful, man. Come on, baby. Oh, this is take it. Take this. Put this on your desk back there, because Ruben's a hardworking man.
Yeah, he is.
He runs a restaurant.
Something to set his coffee on while he's busting ass at Cafe Don Juan.
Yeah, he runs the restaurant. He helps run the restaurant. And then he runs like a real estate company or something in the back of the office.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they got all kind of stuff they do.
You need 3 jobs when you got $100,000
You know, it's been said to me by very smart men. I've tried to become, I don't think of myself as a talk show host anymore. We've talked about this.
What do you consider yourself?
I'm a businessman.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And my product happens to be content, right?
Sure.
Most of which is me running my mouth. But I'm a businessman. I look at what we do differently than I used to, because we're in charge of it. And everything I read about, like the most successful guys, basically it's abandon your family, wake up at 3:30 in the morning, work till midnight. You can't do that reasonably without dying. But the thing that I will try to subscribe to is have a third leg to stand on, not third leg Greg type. Well, if you get into porn, I mean, what I hear from rich people is 3 sources of income.
I've heard 7.
Jesus. Well, that's how you get that first milli with those 3. And then when you get those 3 could be 7 could be 10 at that point, because you've got staff members, and these companies start running themselves when you have that much money rolling in. The more money we make, the easier this is supposed to get. So I'm told. I'm still waiting on that.
We'll see.
So my point is, Ruben's on the right track. I'm not sure if you have a third income source, but two is
solid.
And most kids now, have you seen all these stats now? Like millennials and Gen Zers have given up on trying to get ahead, and like a lot of them don't get married.
I don't blame them.
A lot of them don't own a house.
Not because marriage is bad, but they just enjoy life for a bit.
Right. A lot of them refuse to buy a new car. They don't want debt. They don't want credit card.
They don't even drive.
Especially ones that have this ridiculous college degree. But what they all have in common is they all have side hustles.
Yeah.
This was not a phrase when I was in high school or in college. Side hustle.
No, you just have one job and you go home.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we used to live in a country where you could be a bus driver
and pay your rent
and make a living. Now, you weren't going to be rich, but you had enough to pay your bills,
pay your rent,
take your wife to the movies a couple of times a year, maybe a vacation once a year.
Right.
You could make a living as a bus driver.
Sure.
You could make a living as a teacher.
Right.
Now, it's not just the kids. Hell, we all have to get side hustles, and even as good as this company gets, I mean, I have 2 sources of income right now with the real estate company. They don't want nothing to do with me at iHeart.
No, I'm just saying at the time you didn't need it. You were good.
Well, you're right. So
you were more than good.
When I was at iHeart, he acts like I was rich.
You wasn't rich, but you wasn't broke.
I wasn't broke, and my wife at the time certainly was not broke. And my problem in my iHeart days was I got lazy. It made me lazy. Oh, really? I get this much just to work 3 hours a day? That's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I fucked off all the rest of the time.
Same.
You know, nobody realizes the prep that's required to hosting a 3-hour show, especially when
Especially by yourself.
Yeah, all I had my little buddies all those years, but all the content was up to me. So I worked hard on that show. People think I just showed up, hung over, slept till 12 every day. Oh shit! I got how else got?
I'm gonna just bow.
And then it was over. I'm straight to the bar.
I'm gonna bow this conversation.
You gotta have 3 hustles, man. Is the point? So we are hustling our asses off on with this little company. So welcome in here. It's called In the Building. We would love for you to like this thing. We would love for you to comment, jump into the chats, like it. I've now been told that in order to get into the algorithm, you must get likes.
Mhm.
And people that comment make you look better too. So do that. And of course, you can donate to us via the super chat. You want to be in one of the horse races? Donate via the super chat. You can also donate to us via the Buy Me a Coffee link, which no doubt Buki will load if he hasn't already. Subscribe to our channel, please. We need subscribers. We're now at 4,400 subscribers and rising.
I'm almost time for the George Jefferson.
I would like to get to 5,000 subscribers, and I have very realistic goals. Like my goal, I'd like to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of summer. You know, that's not hard to do. We can get, you know, what do we have like 4,450 or something like this something like that. We can get that. We can get to 5,000 by the end of the summer. So tell your homies, spread the word. Okay.
Start spreading.
That's right. You can watch this thing every day on YouTube. You can watch it on AnthemTV, our app that we partnered up with. You can download for free. You can also listen to this thing on Spotify and iHeart and Apple and all the other things via the Believe Podcast Network. We're out here hustling, me and Rudy J. So I owe you boys a coaster. That being said,
by the way, quickly,
yes, sir.
Buy me a coffee.
Yeah,
Chris Silva bought a coffee.
What's
Shout
up,
out to you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
How far are we from getting the #1 pick in the NBA draft? He asked.
6% chance.
Yeah, 6%, 8th.
Nice.
Best.
Bouquet just loaded it. And what, Utah has the best odds at 14%?
Yeah, Utah, Chicago, or Utah, Washington, and Charlotte.
I don't want Cooper in any of those towns, but that looks like where it's going to be if he decides to come out.
If Cooper can't be a Spur, then I want to see him go to a team that I care about. I don't want to see him go to one of these leech organizations like the Jazz. The Jazz will never win a championship. They will never contend for one. Even if they do wind up with Cooper Flag, there's no way he'll finish his career. There's no way he'll finish his career.
No, he's going to make a ton of money.
Well, of course, they're fucking leeches.
Yeah.
The Orlando Magics of the world, the Utah Jazzers, the Charlotte Bobcats.
Orlando's on the way up.
The New Orleans Pelicans. These are fucking leeches, Rudy, and they need to get out of the NBA. I don't want Cooper Flag going to any one of those shitbag organizations. If we can't get Cooper, I'd rather him go to Philly or Brooklyn or somebody who's legit
Philly,
who's
with
trying.
That shit show with Daryl Morey.
At least Morey won't be there very
at least
long.
he has Quickly up there, and maybe Paul George comes back. They said they're running it back. Embiid, Cooper, Quickly, and Paul George. That's a squad.
That is a squad.
That's a squad if healthy.
Right, that's a big if. But Cooper Flag will become the franchise player within 2 years or 3 because Embiid will be retired. But I'd rather see him go to Philly because it's Philly. It's a cool city. It's a big city. It's a big market. It's a traditional historical team. Fuck the Charlotte.
Oh, Maxey, not Quickly. I said Quickly.
F
meant Maxey.
All right.
Thank you,
I've got more stuff to give away here. Look at that. The San Antonio Spurs, they're still a team too. Remember them? They just finished their season yesterday. I mean, they're trying like hell. You talk about getting healthy. Hell, the coach had a stroke. The best player had a blood clot. You talk about being snake.
That's what y'all get for taking that jab. You took that jab, and now you got blood clots.
Or maybe their deal with Satan all these years for getting Tim and David finally came to roost. I don't know.
Hey, man, yeah, everybody took the jab. All the NBA players took the jab. Now they got blood clots.
So y'all have all heard, most of y'all that have listened to our show for any length of time know that the official wood carver of our show is a guy called Cuts by Jones.
Fred, what up, baby?
My man Jones. What's up, Freddie Jones? Fred is one of the premier wood carvers in all of town.
He's met Michael Irvin. I mean, you name a cowboy, he's done the cut for him, and he's met him in person. The dude's legit. He's gonna probably be a millionaire one day, and I just want to be able to say we knew him.
Yeah, man. I've been to his place. I've seen I've
been over there too.
It's
because
all
I
in the
bought some
garage.
stuff from him for my brother.
It's all in the garage, man.
Yeah.
So right here so Jones gave us this in 2023 when we first got the rights to get Wemby. And I've got a couple of these, so I'm going to give one away out of the goodness of my heart, straight from my home.
To members, though, right?
Correct. So what we're going to do next Monday is our next horse race. I'm going to give away this Wemby cut. Now, you got to be a member to get this. This is really cool. It's hand carved, one of only a few ever made, straight from the author, the cutter. Got his signature on the back. This is really badass. I've taken really good care of this. It's in mint condition. It is a Wemby wood carving by Cuts, and so we're gonna do a members race next Monday. Right, Bouquet? Write that in your ledger.
Yep, it's in there.
You know what a ledger is?
A notebook.
Exactly. So Monday's horse race will be all of our members. So if you're not a member, this is a golden opportunity for you to become one. That's right. Jump in there and become a member. You go to our YouTube channel at Love You Hard TV, and then you click join, follow the links, become a member. It's only $6 a month. And as a matter of fact, we have a members only coming down today, don't we, fellas?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hype this all week long, and on Monday we're going to have a members only. I will meet you somewhere and hand deliver you this Wemby cut. If you live out of town, I'll send it to you. All right, what's up, Rudy?
Same song, second verse.
Yes, sir.
Played a little golf yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Got home. They're not paying me.
Okay. How'd you play?
Better.
I shot 100 at Cedar yesterday.
That's not bad at Cedar for a guy that's not a real golfer.
Hold on.
That's not bad at Cedar.
18 holes or 10.
First of all, you're not good, are you?
I'm decent.
You can't be shooting 100.
Okay,
and all the people that I know are decent are low 90s, high 80s. That's decent. Okay. Good is mid 80s, low 80s.
Then I suck.
I suck too. It's okay. But no, the golf course I played at is not paying me, but I had a good time, and I was home in time to see Rory and DeChambeau.
See, I love the businessman in Rudy. If you're not paying him, you're not going to get mentioned.
No.
I love it.
No, not at all.
I brought something for you today. I have all kind of goodies today.
What'd you bring for me?
I brought this.
Oh,
guy
that's
right
what my daughter gave me for my birthday this past year.
We got little Rudy. There's little Rudy right there. Can you see that, Jose?
Yeah, little Rudy looks good.
Pan in on little Rudy.
I had that at the former studio.
Yeah, this is when I went to LG's and I got my breakup box. This was in the breakup box.
Yeah, give me my little man. Love
that's
him.
For you, sir.
Love little Rudy. He's skinnier than me, but that's all right. He catfish. Little Rudy's catfish.
That's you in 10 years when you're a multimillionaire.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You had liposuction.
And I got a nutritionist.
You got a chef.
And I'm on peptides out of my mind.
Okay, we got to start doing bits with little Rudy. We got to find a way to implement him into the show.
Like Little Penny?
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like a good
idea. So keep him handy, because I've got ideas for him in the future of this show.
All right.
I think he can be like a third co-host or something.
I'm down with that. That's a great idea.
I have plans for him. All right. Welcome. It is Monday. It is in the building. If you want to jump in here and shoot us some of your money, you can't. Somebody already was in the building a minute ago with a donator.
I think it was a member. Oh, no, it was somebody $4.99.
No, somebody popped in $4.99. It was that Lone Star Nano Services. Way to get a cheap plug.
Hey, he earned
$4.99. I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. All right, show also brought to you in part by Ribaldo Realty Group, the official real estate man have been in the building for years now. And you can count on the sun rising. You can count on us doing a damn good show every day, and you can count on Bexar County having the lowest median mean housing cost in the state of all the major markets. We are way cheaper than Harris or Travis or Tarrant or Dallas for that matter. All right. As always, Bexar County, $295,000 on the average in March of 2025 with the market stats. These are all given us by the legit people that keep up with this data. If you are interested in real estate in this part of the state, this is by and far the easiest place, cheapest for sure, to get into the real estate game if you're looking to buy or sell a home. Matter of fact, if you're looking to buy, this is the time when sellers are eager. Like the people that put their house on the market normally do it in the springtime because the weather's good, their house looks prettier on Zelle or whatever.
Grass is
You
greener.
don't need any of that shit, though. Just go to my man Jay. He'll take care of that. You don't need any of these apps. You don't need to do none of that. Jay takes care of it. But in the spring, yeah, this is when you want to put pretty pictures up there, make your house look great. Springtime's the time to do it. If you got flowers in your garden and all this kind of thing. And also, people want to get their house sold by summertime. We've got some friends that sold a house last week on Thursday, and they were like, "Can y'all be out by Sunday night?" And God dang, the check cleared too. It's like, damn. So they spent all weekend getting their stuff cleared.
I would have called I would call 2 moving companies, and we've been up out of there to check clear.
They had 2 moving companies.
You see what
I'm not kidding. Yeah,
yeah.
Nina's buddy called her last night, all exhausted, talking about the crazy weekend of getting their stuff clear because these houses just up,
bada bing, bada boom, bada bam.
Up for sale, not anymore. Boom, off the market. Jay Ribaldo should be your guy. Jay Ribaldo, look at all of his listings at Ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.com. All right, do we have any golf music? Ding, ding, ding.
He got something over there.
Ding, ding, ding. So over the weekend, the 2025 In the Building Masters Challenge Report of 2K25 took place. Rudy was updating me a lot yesterday with text message.
Yeah, I was tweeting and text message. I was excited. I was at home a lot this weekend for a lot of reasons. None that we'll discuss. So Saturday and Sunday, all I did was watch.
Did you get grounded?
Yeah, I'm grounded. I'm grounded for a minute. I got some maintenance to do.
At least you still get to watch TV.
Yeah, I got some maintenance to do. The plane is under maintenance.
Understood. Understood. So after 11 years, a guy that he came up in that generation. We're always trying to find the next Tiger, which is so unfair. That's such bullshit.
We're not finding that guy.
It's goofy. Stop it.
Right.
Jordan Spieth had to put up with this.
Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson,
Jason Day at one
Scheffler's point. Scotty's the most recent.
Right. We just got to let these dudes be their own guys. Let them join the group of greats. Rory McIlroy, the Northern Ireland man, shoots out of the gate and wins, 3 majors in his first 3 or 4 years on tour?
When he was fat. He was better when he was fat.
He says he's playing better than ever in his own opinion.
He's more technical now than ever.
Okay.
That's the word he used.
He was a little more wild ass getting by on talent back in the day.
Sure.
So after 11 years of falling short in majors and never having won any Masters, was this his 17th
He completed
Masters?
the Grand Slam yesterday. This was his 17th, yeah.
And going back to his amateur days, the great Rory McIlroy becomes the 6th golfer ever to now have a career slam. See if I can name him without looking. Gene Sarazen, Fort Worth's own Ben Hogan, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy.
I thought Gary Player was in there.
I think you're right. So was he 7th?
No, I think you threw somebody in there that's not in
there. Okay. Gene did it.
Gene, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger.
Okay, so Arnold Palmer did not win the career slam.
Arnie does have 4 greens, though. Arnie has 4 Masters.
All right, my bad on that. I just assume Arnold Palmer's won everything, too.
Yeah, no, I get you.
All right, so who did I missed Gary Player.
Miss Gary Player.
Very good. Rory McIlroy puts his name. He's 35 years old. No matter what he does the rest of his career, he's one of the all-time greats. Period. You don't win a career slam. I mean, he can go into the tank now, but he's good.
Yeah. Ever since the whole live thing started, I've been out on Rory. He pissed me off counting other people's pockets. Like if somebody else wants to take $200 million from, the Saudis, like America has its entire existence. So what? Like, it became a thing, and I think it became a polarizing topic. So I was pissed at Rory for a couple of years because, I'm from the school of mind your damn business. If you don't want to go over there and take their money, then don't do it. But don't count another man's pockets. I was rooting for Bryson, even though I picked Rory to win because, again, we're here to do credibility. We're here on credibility and not picking with our hearts. I picked Rory to win in our challenge, but I was rooting for the American. That's what y'all taught me to do, to root for the Americans. And then all of a sudden,
Scheffler?
Yeah, or Bryson or whoever. But yesterday, the entire USA was rooting for a dude from Northern Ireland. I don't get it, but whatever. Happy to see Rory get his green jacket. I thought the cry on the green was fake, but the real tears came later.
Jesus, dude.
The real tears came later, but you don't have to cry if it's not there. Just wait till it really comes.
You think he was putting on because he was supposed to or something?
Yeah.
11 years of failure?
It was a bullshit.
It all
cry.
came out.
The one on the green was a bull. He was trying so hard. It was like an actor.
Damn.
But he had some real tears later on. But the one on the green, that was terrible. I was like, damn, bro, you got to go to acting classes.
Jeez.
But
I'm a fan.
No, I'm a fan of Rory.
After all that, and I'm a fan.
But I'm calling a spade a spade. It's in the building.
He's a fucking spare. He ain't from America. He's got alligator tears. He's full of shit. I don't know why anybody fucking rooted for him over the Americans, but I'm a fan. That's what I just heard from you.
That is what I heard as well. Damn.
I like Rory.
I think he's one of the most likable guys on tour. What happened was, and I bet you, and he'll probably never admit it. He would like it. He became one of those guys that like took a stand against those live players.
He did, and he got more popular when it happened.
But I'll bet you he regrets it. And it became such an ass whip and a beatdown. That's why he quit commenting altogether on the live. Remember, he gave up on that shit.
Because you can't comment on it when the PGA and the live decide, hey, let's try to work together.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, damn,
up.
like y'all are trying to work together. Let me just shut up and mind my business.
Right.
And look what happens when you mind your business.
Right.
You win majors.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Because last year, who did he lose to in the U.S. Open? To a liver, Bryson DeChambeau. So, you know what I mean? It's amazing. Now, Bryson did say, and I thought it was he was just answering a question, but it still came off a little crybaby-ish. They were like, hey, what was the banter like between you and Rory? He didn't talk to me. And they're like, so what did y'all say to each other? Did you try to talk to him? Bryce is like, I would, but he wouldn't say anything to me.
Mm-hmm.
So Rory did that. But my thing is like, bro, Bryson, I love you. Yeah, I've grown to love you. I love your content. Your content, I like what you've become. But y'all are trying to win a green jacket, not be best friends. There's nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Before Tiger got caught up with the Waffle House chicks, Tiger didn't talk to people on the golf course. And I'm not saying that Rory is Tiger, but this is where we're at. Like, no, we're not here to be best buds. I'm trying to lock the bleep in and win this Masters. Now, again, Bryson was just answering a question, but I was like, damn, Bryson, he seemed a little salty about it. Like he doesn't talk to me. And if I did try to talk to him, he wouldn't talk to me. And it was kind of like a somber response. I was like, bro, that's why you collapsed. And he persevered through tons of adversity on a Sunday. This is the first time in Masters history somebody won the Masters with 4 double bogeys. So this is going back to, who is it? Bubba Watson saying, oh, what Scotty's done is more impressive than what Tiger did in 2000. Sir, somebody just won the Masters with 4 double bogeys. Mm-hmm. It's not as competitive. Even though it is competitive. Like, you're not supposed to win a Masters with 4 double bogeys.
The course may be harder because they tried to Tigerize the course.
Of course. 4 double bogeys, you're not supposed to win the Masters unless everybody else around you is also got the yips. But, definitely theater. I bet the ratings were high.
Oh, yeah.
I bet the ratings were
sudden death OT. Yeah.
Sudden death OT. And then the way it went down on 18 with Rory missing the putt. It was crazy, crazy day. Good stuff, though. Shout out to golf.
Was great.
Shout out to the PGA since we're still doing PGA versus Live.
All right, but I know that our people are way more concerned with who won the challenge between the three of us, which I'm going to get into
about us.
In just a second. But first, a minute here for the wonderment that is Lone Star Nano Services. Right on cue. It's that time of year. It is the spring. A lot of y'all don't think about your roofs until this time of the year because now all of a sudden there's storms coming in and we get hailstorms and big weather and the Texas heat's around the corner, and a lot of people start finally thinking about their roofs this time of the year. You can bring that music down now if you want. And this is when you're like, oh, shit, my roof. And if you're thinking, well, I don't know what kind of shape my roof's in. I'm not sure if it's like dilapidated or does it need to be replaced or does it just need a patch?
Only one way to find out.
Maybe just have it treated. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to call our boys at Lone Star Nano Services, San Antonio based. However, they've got a long region of swath land that they will go to. If you got a house in Kerrville and beyond, you got a place you need to get looked at in Columbus, they'll come out to Columbus and take care of it. It is Lone Star Nano Services. They can add to the life of your home, not replace it, but they nano service it. Google what it means, or just go to their website at LoneStarNanoServices.com. They can actually extend the life of your roof between 10 and 15 years. It is the official nano service of us. It is Lone Star Nano Services. Go Nano. All right. So here we go. I thought I had a shot.
You did. Yeah, all three of your golfers made the cut.
That's the key.
Right.
Yeah. The thing is that we all three picked the best guys on the planet. So I knew when we did this on Thursday or Wednesday when we made our picks, one of us had picked the winner. Because we're all because like you said, we ain't picking with our hearts. We're picking with our head and balls. And we want to win. And sure enough, it was Rudy who wound up picking the winner, who hates Rory McIlroy, apparently. And of course, Rory wins with $4.2 million yesterday is what he won himself.
He did? I thought that was the whole tournament purse. Damn.
No, the purse was $25 million.
He won $4 million. Good Lord.
4.2. So Rudy's guys, Rudy wins. Team Rudy, he's the winner. So Rory with $4.2 million.
Jose, gosh damn it.
Colin Morikawa tied for 14th and won $336,000.
How he got what place?
Tied for 14th.
And got how much?
$336,000. Golf's a good thing.
I mean, my daughters need to learn to play golf.
There's no better profession than being a professional golfer. However, these are like less. This is .0000000.
You'll never become a pro golfer, right?
And then you pick the Aussie Cameron Smith who missed the cut. You get $25K at the Masters just by showing up.
Oh, nice.
Well, but that only covers like your caddy, your flight. It don't really cover much.
No, and you got to stay in a nice hotel and stuff if you don't stay on site. And so Rudy's threesome wound up winning a grand total of $4,561,000.
Let's go.
Team Rudy is the 2025 Masters Championship.
Who got DFL?
Champion. All right. Me and Bouquet. The difference between me and Bouquet was about $200,000.
Damn.
And you want to know something, Mike?
I.e. $5 to the common man. Yeah.
Ludwig Aberg, I think you had him on your team, right?
Yeah.
Ludwig Oberg. Yes, sir.
He lost $500,000 with a double bogey.
I know.
He did.
I understand.
Which is why I'm sure Mike ended up in third place because of that.
A lot of times these guys realize, these guys that are right there at the top, then they get to like 16, 17 and realize, oh, shit, I'm not going to win. There's nothing I can do. And then they fuck up and they make bogeys.
Yeah.
A lot of them do that. They just lose it mentally. All right. So Team Taylor's three guys were former Texas Tech great Ludwig Oberg, who won $703,500 for finishing seventh.
Damn.
Tied for 8 was the former Longhorn great. I mean, not my bad. I got my S's wrong. Tied for 8th was my other guy, Xander Schauffele. He tied for 8th and won $588,000. And then the Spaniard John Rahm tied for 14th. He won $336,000. And so my grand total was $1,627,500. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Team Bookie had Brooks Koepka, who missed the cut.
He sucked.
But got $25,000 just for showing. Tied for 5th was Bryson DeChambeau, who blew up on the back nine. It still won $798,000 for being tied for 5th. And Team Bookie also drafted the former Longhorns great and Dallas's own Scotty Scheffler. Scotty finished in 4th and won $1,800,000 for a total of $1,800,031 So rounded up, Bookie won. He had $1.8 million. My guys were $1.6 million.
So Bookie got you.
Yeah. So Team Taylor finishes in dead last.
Thank you, Ludwig.
Place.
Thank you, my guy Ludwig. That double.
No,
bogey.
you know what? He's a bad mother jammer. Screw John.
He's an Aggie,
Rahm.
right? He's an Aggie.
Tech. He's a Raider.
Okay, he's a Raider. Okay, I thought he was an
Screw
Aggie.
John Rahm.
Why screw John Rahm? He grinded.
He barely made the cut,
but
man.
he grinded, Mike.
I'm not going to jump on Oberg for finishing 7th. I'm going to jump on Rahm for finishing 14th.
Yeah, fair.
That's horseshit.
And he's a former champ.
I ain't that guy that like blames the best player on my team because he missed a shot. I'm like, what the fuck did you do over there, Matt Bonner?
See,
Fuck did you?
I'm totally opposite.
No, that's different. That's team ball.
Yeah,
That's different.
Yeah.
That's team ball's different. I'm being an asshole. I'm mad at John Rahm. It's an individual sport, so when you have a threesome in golf, you get mad at the third guy.
Ooh, a threesome.
That's not the kind I was envisioning.
Oh.
Bullshit. So I have lost, and I will be paying off my debt to society very soon. All right.
I had a not epiphany over the weekend, but watching the Masters.
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambeau has a better chance of hitting an MLB pitch or winning an NFL football game as a quarterback than Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady does ever winning a Masters. So why do we continue to say that playing quarterback or hitting an MLB pitch is the hardest thing to do in sports? I give Bryson DeChambeau a 0.05% chance of hitting a major league pitch. Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, I give them a big fat goose egg 0 chance of ever winning a Masters or even making the cut for that matter.
What about Wardell? Mr. Curry?
0.
Curry can play.
0. Okay. So if that's the case, they would never make the cut at a Masters. And if they did make the cut, they would never, ever win a Masters. They would never win a U.S. Open. They would never win a British. But I bet you Bryson DeChambeau could hand the ball off for an entire game and win a football game. Or I bet he could get a base hit. A 0.5% chance now. This is low. This is super low, but an NFL player, NBA player, MLB player has 0 chance of ever winning the Masters. So Romo included would never win a Masters. Golf is the hardest thing to do, not NFL quarterback, not hitting an MLB pitch. It's not even close to me. It's not even close. With 6 months, I could get Bryson DeChambeau a little T-bone package and win an NFL football game at quarterback. With 6 months of practice, I could get him to hit an MLB pitch. Not many, but I could. 6 months of practice, Patrick Mahomes or Steph Curry ain't winning the Masters. It's not happening. Just not going to happen. So I think golf might be the toughest thing to do in sports, not a quarterback in the NFL.
And holding a lead at Augusta on Sunday is the second hardest thing to do.
I've never seen anything.
And Rory was able to do it.
I remind myself every year. I've never seen a more beautiful thing in my life than Augusta National. It's like it's right there below sex. Like to hit a draw on command to 3 feet.
I wouldn't know what that felt like. So give me 6.
No, dude, it's right. I said it's right below sex. Right below sex.
Well, I've not
hitting a
been
draw
able to
demand,
do that.
Like playing Augusta is like right there, a close second to sex. My wife just kept looking at me because I kept just saying it. Like she's sitting on the couch on the iPad, bored out of her mind all weekend, poor thing. And I'm just like, God damn.
Do y'all not have 2 TVs?
But my wife don't watch TV.
Oh, well.
I just kept saying, oh my God. She was like, what? I was like, it's just beautiful. She's like, shut the fuck up. Right?
Well, and
it's such a beautiful sight.
The CEO
okay, I'm done jizzing all over myself.
That's okay.
About Masters.
Here, you need a napkin?
Yeah, I need a napkin. Okay. My bad.
And the guy that runs the tournament, if you watch the post, like when it's all over and they gather everybody and they get all of the past champions and the board of regents and the CEOs and all that, and they bring him out and they give him the green jacket. The first thing the guy always does, it's tradition, is he thanks the grounds crew. He thanks those Mexicanos out there fucking making that place look badass. Holmes, you're welcome, Rudy.
That's our people.
You're welcome. Hey,
our people, get out of here.
What requires more skill? Winning a football game as a quarterback, making that golf course look as lovely as the second best thing in sex. After sex.
Yeah, I bet you the fucking Roy couldn't make that shit look nice. Grass crew's only people that do that.
Hell yeah. Fuck you, Rory. You're welcome, bitch.
Something wrong with y'all. Y'all need Jesus.
I probably have some distant relatives that keep Augusta green.
Yeah.
And rolling. Keep all those azaleas. No, they get like legit horticultural like masters.
Right.
They go get guys that could be like making gardens at Buckingham Palace to work for Augusta and keep that shit looking like
they spend $100 million, but they make about 300.
Well, sure. That's why their purse is $25 million just for the weekend. Right. All right. So are you done? You good? Mr. Golf.
No, I ain't Mr. Golf.
All right. No. This leads me into my next couple of things. Do y'all want to play golf with Johnny Manziel? And that's my kind of playing golf.
Oh, hell
Ain't got no pressure to play good. I'm gonna slam some beers, ride in a cart, and talk
life with Johnny.
Talk bullshit with Johnny football. That's what's up. We got an opportunity as a show for you to play golf with Johnny Manziel. That is correct. On May the 18th, we're going to meet at a course that we will tell you in advance if you decide to get involved here. On May 18th, we're going to play at an area course in the San Antonio area. 3 of you, and Johnny Manziel to make your foursome. You'll be in a foursome with Johnny freaking football. You will get to hang out with Johnny, play the round. You get opportunities to take pictures with him. He'll also sign things with you, put up with your dumbassery for however long the round takes. And if you're interested in playing golf with Johnny Manziel, and just hanging out with him and chatting him up and getting stuff from him, get a hold of me. All right, just reach out to me if you're interested. It's $7,500. All right, and some of that goes to Johnny, and a lot of that goes to the Alamo Card Show folks. They do a great job putting on these card shows every year, and a lot of y'all attend them. These dang card shows have become massive. These
card shows and shoe shows,
these memorabilia shows. Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like they should merge.
Right.
They should have a shoe/card show in one damn building. They make $1 million that week. And so you want to play golf with Johnny football? Reach out to me. All right. What an incandescent opportunity it is to go play golf with Johnny football. All right. Do you have a kid that plays soccer? San Antonio City Soccer, baby. They got the placement events coming up in May. If you have a kiddo born between 2007 and 2015, they want to hear from you. Whether you got a girl or a boy, they're going to do a placement event. For the girls, they go, I believe, May 6th through the 8th. And then the boys' placement event will go May 12th, 13, 14, on all ages, all skill levels. And they're not there to, that's the thing. That's why it's called a placement event and not a tryout, because you're not going to get sent home. You're going to get placed in one of the leagues with San Antonio City Soccer that best suits your kids' skill level. It is the official soccer league of In the Building, San Antonio City Soccer. All right, man, that's a lot of golf talk. The NBA playoffs are nigh upon. No, that's great. I like it. I could talk more golf.
Yeah.
I got a lot of my guys that I root for have not played well lately. But that's I'm saying we could go all day on that. However,
anyway,
the NBA playoffs are nigh upon us. And for the 7th straight year, my team is not even in the playoffs.
Is it 7 or 6, Mike? Don't do them like that.
It feels like 70.
Feels like 90, yeah.
I believe this is year number 7 of no postseason. Does it really matter?
They tried at Wemby out, though, to talk to us yesterday.
That was nice.
I appreciated that.
And he was in good spirits.
He was. And Fox talked and said, hey, I'm glad I shut down when I did, because now Vic, what they call him, Vic and I are scheduled to be back at the same time. So they're going to get in the lab this summer. I'm looking forward to that. De'Aaron Fox says his goal is to become the best pick and roll combo in the league. He and Vic, as you call him. I don't call him Don't see it. Why can it better be? Happen. It better be. The hell? Here we go again. Little Rudy's upset. He's mad. He's tired of Victor Wembanyama. I love Vic. He's the hardest man on the planet on Vic. No, man, it's been a crazy-ass season. Now we get ready for the postseason. I mean, God, what a nutso season. They end the season yesterday with a comeback win over the Raptors. I have no idea what's next for Greg Popovich. I do know that Steph Castle is far and away the rookie of the year, which was cool. He's the rookie of the year, for sure. Far and away. We got Wemby talking yesterday. Says he's doing great, and he will definitely be back for training camp. And this is in the past. He has no worries about the blood clot recurring. It's healed. It's gone. It's like it's never happened or whatever. And I'll take their word for it, man. Any pushback on him saying, I'm undecided on Euro basketball this summer? Or you think it should have? I'm not going to rip him for it because, again, that's everything to these guys. Their country is everything to them, and I can appreciate that. But I felt like the answer should have just been a flat out no. But because of he's Jordan of France now, taking over the reins from Tony Parker, I was like, damn, shouldn't it just be a flat out, no, I'm not going to be able to make it?
You know what I've learned from watching Wemby's interviews? It's been a while because he hasn't spoken since before he got hurt. Got the blood clot, whatever you want to call it. He's really good with the media. He's very good.
He's great. But he's been trained for this since he was 12.
Absolutely.
He's great.
He's informative when he wants to be. He's very sociable. He's never nervous, but he's also a bit standoffish too, in a very, very polite Frenchman way. Although yesterday he was terse with one dude. Well, he gave a one word answer. The guy asked him, can you tell us where you were when you found out you had the blood clot? He goes, no.
And why do you need to know where he was? Why do you need to know he might have been taking a shit? Why do you need to know that?
He might have been devastated and crying in his mama's arms. He don't want you to know that. Who knows?
Yeah.
No. Just straight up no. But he was very sweet the rest of the time. Yeah. He's great with the media. He's a 21-year-old kid. But like you said, he's been a professional since he was 15.
His media training's through the roof.
Yeah, he's very sociable. And I like it. Very, very.
Hakeem Olajuwon said the same thing because they sat next to each other during the final before.
Yeah.
And he's so humble and approachable.
Mm-hmm.
And Wemby asked him, hey, can we get in the gym? And Hakeem told him, dude, you have everything. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Because, Hakeem has been known to get guys in the gym and get their footwork right.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem said he don't really need it. And that's Hakeem. The best footwork for a big man of all time.
Or Hakeem don't want to help a Spur, one of the two.
I'm down with that too. I can respect that.
Or doesn't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. Yeah.
Hakeem's the kind of.
But I'm just saying.
Hakeem strikes me as the kind of guy. He's just kind of over pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He just said the same thing you just said. That's the only reason I brought it up.
Yeah. No, it's great. And no, I mean, I'm confident I'm gonna forget the blood clot happened. I've been told. But as far as what you said about him, why not just say no? Because again, he's calculated. Why say yes? Why say wait till you have to say something?
Good
because
point.
he's going to get ripped in Europe for not playing. I think he should not play, as we both said already.
Well, I don't think it's up for debate.
He was in the Olympics last year, so dude, he needs to get his rest in, man. And I know
that's us as Spurs fans.
Now
talking.
He's gotten rest here, for his last several weeks. It's not just the Spurs; it's Louis Vuitton. It's all the other endorsements.
Right.
I mean, we pay him more than anybody. The San Antonio Spurs are paying him more than fucking Team Europe or Team France or whatever it is. The Olympics, I get. They were in Paris, totally get. No way you could even push back at all on that. But the Euro Championships, I'm good with that. I don't need to see him play that. Not after the blood clot. I would have been fine with it because he's still a kid and he has energy. And like he's 35 and he needs to get all the rest he can get. But coming off the blood clot, yeah, I don't think so. I don't want to. So I'm going to be upset if he does. Very nervous if he does.
There's a part of it's in the collective bargaining agreement.
I know they can't say no.
They can't tell him no.
They cannot tell him no. One more thought on Spurs before we move on. This town used to call Chris Paul bitch, asshole, whiner, punk, overrated. And I told these people then, and they would get mad at me, my own listeners.
I'm with you on that.
Y'all were wrong then,
and
you're wrong now.
I 1,000% agree.
Say this about Chris Paul III. I don't know if he's back next season. I'm not even sure if he should be back next season.
It seemed kind of farewellish, the way he talked.
Maybe. He's 39.
It seemed a little bit farewellish. I know Skeetishvili also said, thank you for everything, Spurs, but continue on CP3.
Yeah, no. Chris Paul is a motherfucker. I just wanted to reiterate that. He's the shortest guy on the court. He's got that bulldog point guard badass mentality. He's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. He's one of the most tactically talented basketball players I've ever seen. Unfortunately, he was never on a team good enough to win a championship.
That happens.
And it's not his fault. He was simply never on a team good enough. It was on the Clippers and the fucking Pelicans and the
Rockets
track. Yeah.
They were up 3-2 on Kevin Durant's Warriors, and he tore his hamstring off the bone. They were up 3-2 on Kevin Durant's Warriors.
And he got hurt. That sucks.
So he's a mother father, like you said.
And tell me the last point guard to lead a team to a championship go.
Steph Curry.
All right, and then go. It's winning
it all.
The answer is one word: Steph. That's it.
That's it.
Steph is the only point guard in the history of the league.
Magic. That's it.
But he was different.
And I said, but that's Mike's point. You got to go to the 80s.
It doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
This town likes to rip him, and other towns like to rip him. He even said it yesterday because he addressed the crowd. He's like, "Yo," because he addressed the whole crowd on the big mic. Y'all, I know we've had some battles between you and me over the years.
I love that.
But I couldn't have imagined this being a more fun year, and all the support y'all have given me, I appreciate that. They forget about it when you stick Spurs on your shirt.
And they also asked him, why'd you play 82 games this year? He goes, because the summer's long when you don't make the playoffs.
That's right. And he was out there playing in the fourth quarter yesterday when he didn't need to be playing.
I love that.
And all that shit, too. And for you as CP3 haters, if you don't like Chris Paul III, I don't want to hear you bitching about load management. He played in 81 games this year.
It was 81. I thought
he played in all of them. My bad.
He played in all of them.
A 39-year-old man played in 82 damn games, all of them. That's all you can play in. Played in all of them. All right. Again, I'm not even sure he should be back, but I'm a fan of his. I like his mentality, and I've defended him since he was at Wake Forest, and I'll always defend him.
Also, another good response from Theo CP3, what they're calling him. Mm-hmm. They asked him what was his advice for Castle for the offseason. He told him if he has time, watch some playoffs so you can see the intensity change.
Mm-hmm.
Because that to me is a guy that plans on, if he's here, that plans on being in the playoffs next year and wants the second best player on the team to be ready to compete.
I love the guy.
Love him.
I absolutely love him. All right. Texas Cheer Liquor, love them too. Texas Cheer Liquor. I've got a tease. I've got a new bit I'm gonna do for Texas Cheer Liquor this evening.
This evening?
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
That's all I'll say.
Hey, give me that the specials. Oh, there it is.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you. Our channel, of course. We got specials for the month. Rudy, lay it on.
We got the Whistle Pig special this month. Every bottle of Whistle Pig you buy this month, we'll keep the receipt. We're going to put it in our Easter basket, and at the end of April, we're going to give away a nice, beautiful Set It and Forget It Traeger. Got the Stella Rose Lemon and Grapefruit, only $4.99. So the one your wife says, oh, give me something sweet, something not too harsh. $4.99 Stella Rose. Go pick up 2 in that Rossville Union Rye single barrel, marked down from $60 to $29.99.
That's good. You like rye?
I love it.
Me too. I like rye.
I love it.
Yes, sir. It is
especially that one.
Cheer Liquor. All 7 locations.
Somebody bought a Whistle Pig and tweeted it to us.
They did. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
All 7 locations. 5% off your total when you mention in the building. You have
I'm
to
looking
say
forward to this deal now that you're gonna do tonight.
In the building. You must say in the building. All right. Let's do some punches. It's time for people I want to punch. Presented by Orlando Kill, the official family lawyer of In the Building. Orlando Kill. Rudy, we'll go first.
Yeah, man. I gotta. It's been a golf show, the first golf show in a year and a half. I gotta punch my guy Bryson, man. You can't come undone like that on a Sunday. You're a former major winner. You're crying about Rory not talking to you, and you just came unglued. And then I'm also punching him, and it's not his fault, and we saw the difference money can make. We saw the difference a couple putts can make at the Masters, right? So Jose brought it up with your boy Oberg. Like, one putt can lead to you dropping down $500,000. But Bryson taking 3 days on hole 18 for that 2-putt while Rory's waiting there patiently to putt for a chance to win the tournament. I'm not going to say he iced him. I'm not going to say it was intentional. And Rory's still supposed to make that putt. And it's a lot of money when we're talking about 4th place or maybe 6th or 7th place. But you know what's on the line. You know what's happening. You know what's happening. You've been around majors enough. Get your 2-putt and get out the way. It was almost like he was icing the kicker. And again, I know these two guys don't like each other. They can put on for the cameras all they want. Rory can't stand him. And because of that, Bryson can't stand him. Bryson pretty much likes everybody. But I got to punch Bryson for 1, the way he imploded on Sunday, and 2, for taking 5 minutes for a 2-putt for 4th place. So punch Bryson DeChambeau right into the jejunum for taking too long. And golf has an issue with that anyways, with guys in pace of play. So punch Bryson DeChambeau.
I want to punch Dak Prescott.
Oh, what did Dak do to you?
Where's my punch, Bookie? I know I missed the intro today. That's okay. I need to punch. Thank you.
What did Dak do to you?
Dak Prescott. Said over the weekend that his hamstring's coming along great, and if there were a game today, he could probably go.
What's wrong with that?
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Thanks. Thanks for that result. Thanks for that update in April. Thanks for telling me in April. Oh, yeah, I could probably play today. All right. Fuck off.
You know what, Mike? You're too hard on him. That's too harsh.
Nah, fuck them. Fuck that team. Fuck that owner. And fuck that quarterback. punch Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear from Dak Prescott. Why are we talking to Dak Prescott? Yeah, he supports cancer research. Great.
Yeah, he does.
He had his annual gala, and of course they show up. They don't know. Nobody gives a shit about supporting them kids. He wants to ask, how's your leg? Well, that hamstring, that was a terrible pull. If I could play, if I had to play today, I could. And you do what? Suck? He sucked last year. He was on pace for the worst year of his career by a mile. And it only would have gotten worse. He's only regressed over the last 2 years. That team sucks. I hate everything about them right now. I don't want to hear from. I don't want to hear from Dak Prescott. It just came across my notifications.
And pissed you off.
Dak says he could play today if he could. See, had he talking about cancer, I wouldn't be punching.
Well, they shouldn't even be asking him about that.
He talked about a new car he bought. Great, but all that. Oh, I could totally play today. If there were a game today, I could play.
Well, I
don't want to hear shit.
Don't ask him.
Oh, wait, cool. Dak's gonna play. I was hoping you'd retire, motherfucker.
But they shouldn't be asking him.
I don't want him playing quarterback.
That's a cancer fund.
That's fine.
Why are they asking him?
I don't know.
Punch the media.
I don't want him playing anymore for the Cowboys. That's great. I was hoping you'd say that you're retiring and you're going to have to get your leg amputated, so therefore you're retiring. I don't want to hear that you're playing anymore. Every game Dak Prescott plays going forth is a waste for the Dallas Cowboys. You
want him to go LeVar
if you care about the Dallas Cowboys, I was just kidding about losing the foot. I know. If you care at all about the Dallas Cowboys winning football games, you do not want Dak Prescott playing quarterback anymore. So I don't want to hear, oh, I could play today. Ooh, yay, cool. Mediocre football could be had today if there happened to be a game. If there was a game today, I'd be able to go out there and be mediocre and half-ass. Excellent. Because he's half-ass with a healthy leg.
You ain't lying about
That's
that.
It. God almighty. If you need a lawyer, if you need a family lawyer.
You ain't lying about that.
You know, Rory, when he dumped that one tennis player, then he got real good again. That slump ended, just saying.
And then he was there. That was a weird
He
exchange
dodged a
with him
bullet.
and his wife.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
He had a weird exchange with a wife? What do you mean?
Because they were broken up, then they got back together. I
Yeah,
think
they reconciled. Well, was that the tennis player?
No, it's not.
That's okay. That was she's old news.
No, this one he has a baby with.
Yeah,
But
Poppy.
it looked.
Poppy.
She made the 50-foot
You
putt.
know, with golf, they don't champion bachelors. So, like, hey, I know we're not on the best terms, but could you show up?
You really? You think they got one of those?
I mean, I get it. Hillary did it. Vanessa Bryant did it. Vanessa Bryant sitting there at the damn press conference with Kobe after he just did whatever he did in Colorado in the hotel room. This is what women do. We put women through hell and then they stand by us. And Roy's like, hey, we ain't really back together, but it looked good at the Augusta.
Oh, you think they got married just for politics?
Man. Being married and having children is better for business anyway.
Or you could be Tiger and you have you've won 14 majors and had 6 different women waiting on you when you won.
Shout out to Orlando.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about who you with when you win the Masters. Thank you to Orlando Kill. But Rory, in the future, if it does happen to go south, which is odds are good. Hell, the odds are 50-50 for the average man. For Rory, they're probably 20-80. Orlando Kill's our guy. 210-775-4995. You can email the man to orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right, I'm going to give Slackers an extra live this week because we ran short. How about that?
Yeah, because we got big Slackers news.
We do.
Big, huge Slackers news this Saturday.
Huge. We'll lead off the gate with that tomorrow then.
All right,
let's do that. All right, we got members only. Well, we got money right in at the end. Boom.
Dak, text that. You gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill?
What is that?
Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. Okay, let's see.
The NCAA play-in.
All right.
Dak or text dot.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna marry NCAA play-in. Don't like it though. Fuck text dot.
Kill Dak.
And kill Dak. I'm done with Dak.
That was a no-brainer.
Done with
what
Dak.
time we doing members?
Y'all tell me. I'm down.
Like 15
minutes. 11:15.
15 minutes if you watch it live. Members only. I'm giving away this next Monday to a member. So if you're not a member, you better become one. Get all the exclusive members only material from me and Rudy and Jose in 15 minutes plus you're eligible to win this in next week's horse race. Love your heart. See y'all members.
AnthemTV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download AnthemTV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download AnthemTV today.